This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by MTGOtraders.com, the official trading bot service of the Rogue Deck Builder. For huge selection and lowest prices around on Magic the Gathering online cards, visit MTGOtraders.com. Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com with match number 2 with our Vampire Rogues in Pauper. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is an acceptable hand. We don't have the red for the Vampiric Fury, but we do start off pretty quickly with a Vampire Lacerator, have 2 Bump of the Nights and a Tyrant Choice, so we'll go ahead and keep this. Not a lot of dead draws we can draw into. More lands the merrier because they can get back the Bump in the Night. Of course, we would like to see a 1 red source. Vampiric Fury is kind of weak with a hand like this. I don't know about the card. I think that if we want to go Vampiric Fury, we'd want to go more creatures. But in the spirit of Innistrad, that's why we tried the Vampires. And we'll just go ahead and lead with the Vampire Lacerator. One of our better 1-drops. It's a 2/2. And then next turn we can either double bump. If we're going against Goblins, this should be pretty good. Rift Bolt. So we're going to go up against Burn. And we can actually go toe-to-toe. And Morsel Theft really puts us above Burn. Other one, we're doing damage to ourselves with Vampire Lacerator. So there is the Gruul draws Vampire. We'll go ahead and throw it out and bump our opponent as well. So I'm thinking he's going to need to take care of one of our vampires next turn with the Rift Bolt rather than do damage directly at us. So we're going to go ahead and attack in. And get him down to a 15. If he doesn't take care of one of our vampires, I think he's in a world of hurt. Wow, he does go for me. So he's going to just try to go for, unless he's got a way to split it. Chain Lightning can't add to the stack, so we are down to a 13. And take another damage to the Lacerator. I don't like the other Swamp. It allows us to at least cast 2 spells this turn. We'll go ahead and attack in. Oh, geez. Yeah, I messed up here. I should have done Tyrant Choice and... Oh, that's an extra 2 damage. So, click through the main phase of the combat. You never know. He could have used a Lightning Bolt to kill our Vampire, though, if we would have done this the other way around. So, Tyrant's Choice... And this is Torture we're going to vote for. And then we'll bump him. Hope that 2 damage. That 2 damage might be the difference. That was not a good play on my part. So he's going to take 4 here, go to 8. And then we'll bump him. He'll go to 5. But then we're kind of out of gas. But he's got to take care of our vampires. But like I said, he might have just had a Shocker Lightning Bolt in his hand that he would have taken care of the Gruul Vampire, and this way we got in for 1 more damage. Trying to find some positives out of our misplay there. Yeah, I wonder if he would have bolted it instead. He's just going to try to do 9 damage to me here. I have lethal on board next turn. So he's got to kill me this turn. It's got to be like a Lightning Bolt, a Chain Lightning, and a Lightning Bolt. Which he might have. No! So he just dies. Oh, Fire Blast. That's true. Yep, that does exist in this format. So, yep, has the perfect amount of damage. I think that we just keep as is. We don't need to bring in any cards here. I don't think I have any life gain. The key to this one is going to be getting out the Morsel Thefts. So we don't need like the Soul Reap. I don't even know what kind of creatures they use in the burn strategy. If they run like Keldon Marauders or not. But the Bluff Caves will also be pretty good. I don't like the Vampiric Furies in here just because it gives him the option of... In fact, I'm regretting these Vampiric Furies like really splashing the red the more I play this deck. So yeah, it's just going to all be about the Morsel Theft. I could bring a guess verdict if he did have, but again, it doesn't give us that much of an advantage by having to use a spell to kill off a Keldon Marauders. And what is? And I think that it might be just like Spark Elementals they run as well. So we'll go ahead and submit this. All right, yes, we'd like to play first, and we'll go ahead and keep it. And we can play a Bloodfell Caves, and then start getting like the Ruthless Cold Blades out. See if you Rift Bolts, Suspend, just Lava Spike. Pulse Tracker now, of course. That's what usually happens. We'll Cold Blade. I would like to hit a land next turn, as it will allow us to go Pulse Tracker and Cold Blade. And then we have the Vampiric Fury. But there's the Marauders. Marauders is definitely a tough card for us to deal with. We can double Pulse Tracker and Vampire Lacerator. But the Marauders is probably the best card against us. I knew it was probably coming in, because he gets in for a swing here. We take 3 and then take another one when it dies. But I'm going to do 6 with the Vampiric Fury. There's a Rift Bolt. He'll be attacking you with the Marauder. He does not attack with the Marauder. Okay. So this allows us to... Unfortunately, still not a land drop. I think we just Cold Blade again. The Marauders will die. I don't want to... attack in here. Just for an added 3 damage. Maybe I have to, though. No, we'll hold it back. So the Marauders dies. But I do take a damage. And he'll have 6 cards in hands at 13 life. Not quite sure we're going to be able to get through on this one either. I'd love to hit a land drop next turn. Well, probably not at this point. We need a Morsel Theft. He's going to just start needle dropping me here. Doesn't respect the ability for our aggro. The Vampire Lacerators are killing us. Another Tyrant's Choice, which we don't want to see. Highly doubt we survive next turn with the amount of cards in his hand. And we'll go for the Vampiric Fury. And it does 17 damage, so it hits for quite a bit. He goes down to 16 damage. Goes down to a 4. But guarantee the amount of cards in his hand, we're just dead to the burn. So it's really the Keldon Marauders just played the roadblock very well. Oh, it's just a Forge Devil. That's actually really good because he's just dead on board if he can't kill us here for whatever reason. We just Tyrant Choice. So we don't lose any life here. Wow, amazingly we pull this off. So we'll vote Torture. And was he just trolling me here if he's got a Fire Blast? All right, nope. I guess we actually take this one down. Okay, so the Forge Devils are quite rough. I think maybe we do need to bring in the guest verdicts and take out the... I can't take out any creatures here. Maybe just like a Shadow Alley Denizen, though. I'd like to get off a quick... The Vampire Lacerators actually do seem kind of awkward. And same thing with the Vampiric Lacerators, or the Vampiric Furies. Electricker can kill some of those type of blocking cards. Well, we'll keep it as is. Submit this. And I hate to go second on this particular matchup, but I'm hoping for just an early one drop. I think we actually keep it. Keep this hand. The more lands, the merrier. I can start pumping out a bunch of creatures. I'd actually do want to draw into a land into Vampiric Fury. But here comes the lot of spikes. And it's a Gilgate too. It doesn't happen to be a... Oh, there's a Bloodfell Caves. And he'll spike me again, so we both kept greedy hands. And let's tap our land right here. So I'm going to just use a Quag Vampire, as it's the... If I have to lose it to Forged Devil, it's the weakest one. So there's the Forged Devil. So we will guess verdict it. Or we do want to get a Morsel Theft up. So we'll do both the Quag Vampire and the Gruul Dawes Vampire. And that way we can get a Morsel Theft going next turn. He could have more Forged Devils. I hope he doesn't go double Forged Devil. If he attacks in the Forged Devil, I don't care. We'll take it. Go down to 14. And he just passes. So, another Bloodfell Caves. That's always nice. We've gained 2 life, which is very significant. And if we gain some more life off the Morsel Thefts, we're in great shape. So he's down to a 17. And this little point of playing this is the Morsel Theft, this deck, as that basically says counter a spell and draw a card. Super excited to run Fairy Rogues. I think Fairy Rogues is the way to go. We get some really cool tech out of blue and black. And he will let Trickery now. Should have done that earlier. There's a Keldon Marauder. Down to a 17. But here we get to throw out quite a few cards here. I want to actually just bump in the item. I want these things bigger. So we'll go Pulse Tracker, I believe. Or we can actually get this guy up to a 4. So it's going to be... We'll bump him. And run a Guess Verdict. He'll probably kill the Keldon Marauders. No, he'll kill the Forged Devil. Yep, he needs to get in there for the damage. And then now we can go the Ruthless Coldblade. Or not, because we don't have enough mana. There we go. So I'm sure he'll attack in with the Keldon Marauders. We're getting quite thin with cards. We end up drawing too many lands. We're down to 13, though. He still has 5 cards and tons of ammo. Needle Drop. Surprised he doesn't take out like the Pulse Trackers. Get another land, unfortunately. Will give us a bump in the night, though. Get in with the Pulse Tracker. He's down to an 8. The Keldon Marauders dies. Does a damage to me. He's got 5 cards in hand. 6 cards in hand. I'm at 10 life, though. 4, 5, 6. I need to draw into something out of this. It's just... Actually, if there is no dead draws next turn. He does have to kill off... So close. I could get him down to a 1, and that's probably where I'm going to end up dying. Really close game. Too many lands, though. Hit the Searing Blaze perfectly. So Lightning Bolt... Very few things that he cannot have in his hand for me. 3 cards, just only has to do 4 damage in 3 cards. Searing Blaze does... kills off one of my guys. Can't cast any, like, Forge Devils. And there's the Fire Blast. And a Lightning Bolt on top of that. So, even with the Morsel Theft, we fall. Yeah, that's rough, though. With the 5 lands. Drawing into the 5 lands there, not drawing just one more. Any other card, one other card would have won the game there. Rather than a land. But it was close versus Vern. I think that Morsel Theft puts us over the top versus this matchup. I know Searing Blaze is quite rough, so are just the needle drops. But it is what it is. We'll go on to the next match. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.